going into action and started the coordination process between TSA and other first responding organizations that would have implemented procedures, agreed to and probably rehearsed ahead of time practice, whether it's on the runway area, inside the terminal, in a concourse, aboard a plane, or in a more public area such as a baggage claim, or outside the airport.
I just want to recap for our viewers. Tom, thank you very much. We'll go back to you in just a moment. Well, what we've learned over the last few minutes is significant, and I just want to recap for everybody where we're at. Around 1 p.m. Eastern time, there were reports shot fired at Fort Lauderdale Airport. There was initially the report that was an active shooter situation. That was confirmed through our affiliate and through the airport that report did come in around 1 p.m. Eastern. According to the timeline of what we know so far, again, relying on the local reports, the shooter was in custody or contained very quickly, but we're just learning about injuries and deaths. And according to the Broward Sheriff Office in the area, there are multiple people dead. A shooter is in custody, according to the information that we have, and we are seeing that some people that were out on the tarmac are being moved at least away from the middle of the tarmac, which was where most were standing. Ari Fleischer, a former White House spokesperson, is at Fort Lauderdale Airport, relying a little bit on his information on social media. He was explaining through his Twitter account that there was the sound of shots fired and that people just started running. But he also mentioned that in about 20 minutes, it seemed like the situation was over and that they were just being told just to stay where they are. So there was obviously some confusion, but again, according to what we know, here we are about 50 minutes since the incident began. There seems to be a little bit more information and at least some confirmation that this is not an active, ongoing incident, but still one we're learning quite a bit about, John.
The information the information is coming into us now. Shepard Smith is on the Fox News deck for us now and has some more information. Shep?
John, thanks. Extraordinarily well organized on the ground there. There's a media center now set up between Terminals 1 and 2 at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport, where they're getting lots of information to folks. And it seems that since 1 o'clock in the last 51 minutes, they've really done a quite astounding job of moving people around during all this. The latest numbers that we have, 9 injured, multiple dead, the suspect in custody. The airport is contained. The airport is now safe, according to authorities. They're working to reestablish a flight pattern with takeoffs and landings. The mayor of the county of Broward, it's a Broward County Sheriff's Office on scene along with the feds, and the mayor of Broward County has just said that they're working to reestablish flight operations, and they think that'll take another 2 or 3 hours. But the immediate danger is over. And there's some there are discrepancies on where this happened. There are multiple reports that it happened inside the baggage area, which at Fort Lauderdale is on the lower level, and there's a long driveway right alongside of it. It's very easy access. One thing people who go to South Florida will tell you, if you get to choose between the airports down there, Fort Lauderdale is most often the east.
It was a surprise. Is the airport totally shut down right now? No flights coming in or out?
At this time, the airport is shut down, and they are in the process of trying to activate other areas in the airport so that they can start moving passengers along.
How long do you think that's going to take? Do you have any idea?
I would imagine at this point that's going to be several hours.
So the airport, for all practical purposes, is going to be shut for a while, and there's huge, I assume there's huge traffic problems, people trying to catch flights coming into the airport, but no vehicles are allowed to get anywhere near the airport. Is that right?
There are vehicles that have been rerouted, and they are in holding areas right now, but if you need further information or specifics on that, I'm going to have to direct you to our PIO officer, who is actually in the terminals right now and working on moving that traffic along. But people that were already in the airport, they are trying to move them as quickly as possible to where they can be in an area where they're safe and they can get on to their next destination as quickly as possible. But because this is so new and this is just happening at this point in time, I would say that we will have some delay.
the mayor of Broward County, Barbara Sharif. We will stay in close touch with you, Mayor. Thank you very much for that update.
Oh, you're very welcome.
And good luck to all the folks in Broward County in South Florida. Our aviation correspondent Renee Marsh is with us right now. Renee, for our viewers here in the United States and around the world, update us on what we know at this point. A very disturbing incident, a shooting incident at the Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport.
That's right, Wolf. You can see lots of activity there. All of those folks that you see had to be evacuated as a result of this shooting at the Fort Lauderdale International Airport. So we do know, based on very preliminary information, that according to a U.S. official, there was one shooter. We do know that there were at least 9 injuries. There are many reports out there that we're hearing about deaths. CNN does not have any hard reporting right now as far as deaths. So what we can tell you is that there are at least 9 injuries. We are also told that the shooter behind this is now in custody. Again, this is a very fresh situation. You can see the passengers being shuttled from one place to the next. We do know that this happened in Terminal 2. Delta Airlines operates out of Terminal 2. This also happened by the baggage claim area. So now we can identify what section of the airport. Of course, anyone who flies, you know, there is not as much of a security presence at the baggage claim area as there would be, let's say, at a TSA checkpoint. So we don't know motive. That is the big question at this hour. Why did this person open fire? And we don't have many details about who this shooter is. So lots of outstanding questions, Wolf, but you can see the impact that it has had on this very busy airport. I mean, look at all of those passengers that are essentially not going anywhere. And for the people who witnessed any part of this, investigators are going to want to speak to them so that they can begin to piece together all of this and get a motive. Because as I said, that remains unknown.
Renee, very disturbing information coming in right now from a Broward County sheriff who just tweeted this, confirmed shooting at Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport with multiple people dead. One subject is in custody. Earlier, Renee, we reported 9 people injured. We have not reported, at least until now, that there have been deaths. That according to the Broward County Sheriff, multiple people, we don't know how many, multiple people shot and killed in this incident. The shooter is in custody right now, but this clearly raises the stakes. Multiple people dead in the shooting incident and baggage claim, the Delta Terminal, Terminal 2 at the Fort Lauderdale International Airport, where a lot of people are still out on the tarmac, having rushed outside after they heard shots were fired. This is a very ominous development, Renee, at the airport. And now that we have confirmed through the Broward County Sheriff's Office that multiple people are dead, that dramatically raises the stakes.
It absolutely does, Wolf. It does. And we do know from our team here, our justice team, that both the ATF and the FBI are now responding to this particular incident to assist, to lend their resources to the investigation. So we do